Back to school is here, and with all the cost of this time of year, you may be feeling the heat. Well, Premier Heating and Air is here to cool things down with great savings and rebates starting at $1,000 on a new heating and air system. Plus, you can choose from a free gift of a Wi-Fi thermostat, UV light, or a $100 Visa gift card. Also, Premier's $59 service call includes the first pound of Freon free. Visit PremierHeatingandAir.com and experience the Premier difference, a locally owned and operated company.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Team Lawrence. I'm your host, Pat Brock, the Public Information Officer for Lawrence County Schools. And ladies and gentlemen, it truly is a great day to be a Raider. This is the first week of school, and we're here at West Lawrence High School, and we've got the new principal, Miss Lynn Long, with us. How are you, Lynn?
I'm great, excited.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
You know, when you talk about a school that really makes sure that they have it together, baby, you've been given a diamond here with West Lawrence High School. Yes. And so share with us, Lynn, a little backstory about you as an educator. And let's talk about some of the things that you've been involved in and have been doing and what has changed to where here it is, administration for so many years and now head principal.
Sure. So I started teaching at Swainsboro Middle School. So I taught there. We moved to Effingham County, and I taught at the middle school there for several years before I moved into administration in Effingham County Middle School. Yeah. So I love Effingham, but my daughter married my son-in-law, and they moved over here. He has a State Farm agency here, and so as soon as they had our first grandbaby, we put a for sale sign in our yard and moved right on over here. Or I did, and then my husband decided he wanted to stay married, so he also moved with me.
I love that. So what's interesting about that is when your daughter and son-in-law moved here, I met Owen, and he was like, you know, so we did a show with TV 35, and I didn't even know the connection until I saw you on pictures together. I'm like, what's she doing with the State Farm man? And now here it is, darling.
Well, and when I came over to interview, you actually met with me in the lobby at the board office and gave me a few pointers, so I appreciate that.
Look at that, and here you are, honey, you're a pro now. When you think about how you were, Mrs. Long, when you first started in education and all the different roles you've had in different districts, and now here you are as head principal of West High, how have you evolved? Because I think that with everything that we do, you know, from when we start out the gate, you know, sometimes we're a little bit rusty and we're still learning our way. But how have you evolved throughout the years to be the powerhouse we see before us today?
Well, a lot of people think when you come out of the classroom and go into administration, it's because you're tired of the kids, and that's just not the truth. I love the kids. I love develop relationships with kids. So when I first came out of the classroom, it was actually to be the district literacy specialist for middle school in Effingham, and I really missed my kids. I missed the connection with the kids. So I worked in a couple of different middle schools, and I had a great relationship with teachers, and that's been a blessing to me. I'm learning to develop those relationships with adults, but I really miss the kids. So when I came over here, I was AP at Northwest, and loved that, absolutely loved it, loved the kids. When I came up to the high school, this is the first time I've ever done discipline, so I was always instruction. So when I came to the high school and had to start doing discipline, in a strange, odd way, it really made me connect to kids again, and it has meant so much to me. Like, I have literally loved every crazy second at this school.
Wow. And when you think about, as you listen to what she's saying, she's talking about relationships. You know, anything that we do, in all that we do, it's important to have healthy relationships. And I think that that's a huge part of how we're able to not only relate to people, but how we're able to progress and be the strengths that we are, that kind of gives us strength, so to speak. And so here it is, girlfriend, high school principal. Has this been on your bucket list, and why?
I don't know that high school principal would have been, but like I said, I fell in love with this school and with these kids. And I already, knew that I was going to love the adults. I appreciate that. But I have a real excitement for the possibilities for this school and its student population. It never fails to amaze me at what these kids are doing for not just Dublin, but for the state and for, society. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
And this, it starts here. It starts in these classrooms because, when we see the people who make it, so to speak, whether it's, academically, athletically, where they make it in government, they've got to have a teacher. They've got to have someone who has helped be a part of that foundation. And now talk to us about your team. But let me say this before you talk to us about your team. We want to thank Dr. Dewana Kemp for what she did for our West Lawrence High School. Now that you're retired, enjoying your life on your cruise ships. But thank you. Yes, thank you so much for all that you have done. And segueing to you, congratulations to you for a job well done, for you to be worthy of your hire here as the principal. So talk to us about your team. Talk to us about that village of people that you have in this building and how you have rallied these troops together so that we can look forward to a great 25-26 school year.
Well, the culture at West Lawrence High School is already very much ingrained. So I inherited that, and I appreciate that. And tradition is important here. You talked about Dr. Kemp. One of her sons actually came up with the man on the horse chant. It is my favorite. That is no doubt my favorite. But the thing is that's just a tradition that's been carried on and carried on. And so we've been trying to weave that, into little things. So even our parking decals this year have got the man on the horse. We're getting a mascot. So we're going to have a mascot, and it's going to be the man without the horse. But the man as a mascot, so we got a raider. Right. I forgot what I was saying.
Well, when you think about everything that you're doing, this team that you have together and different things that you're implementing now, to really help build that tradition that we have.
So the culture is very ingrained. And honestly, people have been coming up and offering to help because they know this is a humongous task. So many parts of this school that have to keep kind of moving forward. And so it wouldn't be, if it was just me, and I am not worthy, but if it was just me, half of this stuff wouldn't be happening. We have got some amazing teacher leaders, but it's not just about the school, it's about the organizations and the clubs and the athletics. We've got so many people that believe in what they're doing, and it all kind of feeds the same engine. So like if you were to walk around here now, you're going to see beautiful flowers that have been planted by somebody who just believes that they want our students to see beautiful things. We've got a balloon arch out there for someone in this building that thought, we just want the kids to come in and have something nice to, to take a picture in front of. So it's just little things like that you're going to see all throughout the building and all over the campus.
And, that's part of that buy-in, because, our district, our schools, they're made up of communities. And our stakeholders, those peoples, those organizations that believe in us, that believe in our kids, getting that support, you all don't realize just how much that does to build the morale within these buildings. So for that, we thank you. And now you've got Jason Thomas that has come in from East Lawrence. You've got my classmate, Ernest Holmes.
Oh, that's right.
And Tim Allen as your posse.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Everybody on my administrative team has their niche, and so I'm excited about them being able to take that niche and really be an expert, and then taking ownership of that.
Yes.
And so teamwork makes the dream work. So if each one of us owns our part of it, we can work together and get this school. We can keep going in a positive direction, just like Dr. Kemp had before she left.
And so, how many students do you have this year?
We have about 1,250.
How many employees? How employees do you have?
We have about 128
Oh my
employees.
God. So how did you rally these troops together, Lynn? You had your teacher, when you have this teacher work week, here it is, you coming in, you're like, hey, how do I get this team to realize that we are a team and that we have the same goals in mind of educating our children, keeping them safe? and so that they could be those outstanding citizens when they leave this building?
Well, I mean, really, pre-planning week was kind of intentionally put together with the idea that, you know, it might be a new start, but we're just continuing a lot of what we've been doing that that's made a great difference.
Yes.
So when we started, we just showed like the highlights of what has already been accomplished, which has been a wonderful things.
Yeah.
And then we really kind of intentionally inserted some, you know, things that kind of kept morale up, but kind of kept us all moving in a positive trajectory.
Right.
So,
That's right. And so how many new people do you have in this building? Because I know we're going to meet some of them.
we have 5 new employees. So we have Miss Maya Hodge. She is a new Spanish teacher.
Brand new.
Brand new, yes.
Senorita.
But she's wonderful. Like, we fell in love with her at the interview and her passion for her content. We have Miss Denise King Wooden. She is an ELA extraordinaire.
She's a beast.
Yes, I will tell you that she brought some products during her interview that I still have in my desk because I look at, I'm a nerd, and I look at her and think, oh, this is so nice, you know.
I know she brought her little toolbox
She's
in,
amazing.
didn't she?
We have Miss Jessie Francis. She is, I have worked with her before and absolutely adore her.
Where'd you get Jessie from?
Jessie's coming to us from Northwest.
I'm sorry, JT.
From my Northwest days, but she really understands what she's doing and the bigger picture of what's going on, and we were really excited to have her. And also we have Miss Ashley Horton Jones.
Oh, Lord.
I've actually been trying to get her for a few years, so
Look at her.
yes,
She's
I
over
was
there.
very, very excited. She's going to be amazing. And then we have Miss Charlotte Grinstead. She's a new parapro with us, and so we were really excited to get her. We've got a phenomenal team, and we just keep adding rock stars.
And you know, and when you think about the family tree of West Lawrence High School, honey, there are many branches. Yes. You know, there are many branches, and having people, like you say, in place to know what your place is, you as a leader seeing that strength and building upon that strength, that makes for the perfect family. Yeah. It really does. Any new changes that you want to make sure the people out there know under your principalship that you'd like to share?
You know, really, we aren't changing anything per se because, like I say, you know, things are going very well, and you don't want to undo something that has been working. We are just really kind of intentionally focusing on engagement. Yeah. So we want teachers to be very engaged. We want students to be very engaged. We want to create opportunities for them to be more engaged. And you know, high school is such a great time because you're not having to pay bills, hopefully, yet, and you just want to enjoy that little soft time before you're going out into the world. So we want to just make sure that they have something to look back on, that creates a memory, a positive memory.
And what do you want to say to those parents out there? So they're entrusting us with their children, and with you in this new position, what do you want to say to those parents?
I will say that I definitely don't take it lightly that your babies are entrusted to us, and that the decisions that we are making are made really because we want the absolute best for kids. But we're partners, you know, together, and so we want to be a part of your team, and we want, you know, to have input and give you opportunities for feedback. So I always like to talk about, I'm a nerd, and I like to talk about education, and I like to talk about these kids, and I like to talk about the great things that are going on. So just come and talk to me. We'll have a chat.
And parents, we want to make sure that we keep that line, that open line of communication together, because, you know, with me in my position, what I deal with is things that people may put on social media, what people may, you know, public perception, things that people may think about our schools and think about our districts, or just want to give us a piece of their mind. But, you know, teamwork truly does make the dream work, and we want the parents to know that your vested interest is our vested interest in your kids and their success. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Lynn Long. Congratulations on this new position of yours. We know you're going to do great things. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, after this commercial break with some of the new employees here at West Lawrence High School.
I'm Brian Bazemore, President and CEO of Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County. We would like to invite you to come by and experience a welcoming banking environment. Come by today and have a cup of coffee and let us talk with you about our many products, savings accounts, checking accounts, CDs, and our many loans. You're more than just a number to us, you're family. Come by today, Community Bank of Dublin, Lawrence County, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, here at West Lawrence High School. And you know, these two ladies here, they're new to West High, but they are not new to Lawrence County schools. And so we're glad to have them up here at the high school level. Hey, girls.
Hey.
My Lord. Y'all done left JT and Ed. Oh, my goodness. It is what it is, right? It's a dog-eat-dog world.
That's right.
Okay. But you're still part of this district, and so we're so thankful for that. We're going to start with you, darling. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little about your family, and let's talk about your years in education and things you've been doing.
Okay. I'm Ashley Jones. I'm married to Justin, and we have two boys. One's in 8th grade, and JT is in college at Florida State. I have been in education. I'm beginning my 18th year. I spent 9 years in Dublin City, and then the last 8 years I've been at Southwest. I taught 3rd grade, I've taught STEM, I've taught a lot of different things, different places.
And so what are you teaching here?
I'll be with a special education department. I'll be co-teaching in math and science.
Get you. Wait a minute now, Ashley. You've been around the world, honey.
That's right.
And so when, like I had asked Lynn, how have you evolved through the years? Like what has transpired throughout your many years to make you a better educator today?
When I first started teaching, I think I was focused on the content, and I realized throughout the years that the relationship with students and their families is the most important.
I'm telling you, relationships truly matter. And of course, you know, brag a little bit on your baby.
He is starting his major in the fall with sports management, and he is gone to fall camp right now, so he is enjoying it and playing football.
I remember when you were getting ready to make your first Virgin flight. Where did you fly to?
I went to Ireland for
I
their
said, of
first
all
game.
places, honey, you got to get your feet wet. Fly to Miami or something. Don't go to Ireland your first go around. But here it is, you know, being a mother and how you're able to juggle your life. How's that been through the years?
You know, I think it makes you realize that the relationships with students are more important, because you want teachers and people to treat your students the same way you treat your own.
Own kids,
Yeah.
for sure. And you transitioning from elementary to high school. What in the world, girl?
You know, it's all about growing as an educator, and I feel like this is a new professional challenge for me. I'm able to work with the older students and support them where it's needed.
And who are you co-teaching with?
Miss Donna Robinson and Miss Anna Lay.
Oh, yeah. You in good hands, honey. You've been in good hands. Well.
Hello.
Hey, Miss formerly Northwest Lawrence. Talk to us, darling.
Hey, so I'm Jessie Francis. I was formerly at Northwest for 11 years. I'm starting my 12th year here at West Lawrence High School. I've kind of done it all. I started out as a special ed co-teacher in 5th grade. Then I transitioned to the resource teacher, teaching all grade levels. I've kind of been in different grade levels here and there. And now at the high school, I'm co-teaching in the special ed department.
So you both are co-teaching.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. And so for you, this transition, what's changed with you? Because I truly now, when you do start out, especially in education, you're very gung-ho, okay? You're like, okay, all right, this is what I'm going to do. This is how it's going to look. This is how the room's going to look. But then when you get in there,
you realize that all of that preparation and all of that planning goes out the
was
window.
for naught.
Because education really has its own plan and ideal for how your room is going to go. So I think coming to the high school, I have realized that relaxation is a big key part of getting to know your students, building those relationships, like everyone has said. I really have, even in my first year of teaching, relationships were always something that I felt like I needed to build, because students don't learn from you if they don't like you.
I just read that. I literally just read that quote in a teacher's room, and I'm like, That's true, because if I don't like you, I'm not going to
You're
learn
not going to listen.
thing.
No, exactly.
Wow, I just heard that, and I think it was at Northwest.
Probably.
And so, when you think about, you're talking about these relationships, building these relationships with your students, how has it been with, Teacher Week, with you all pre-planning and building relationships, not only with the ones that you're going to be working with in those classrooms, but the your peers across the hall and around the way? How's that been?
Well, with JT coming to high school here, I knew a lot of the teachers already, so I had already developed some relationships. But it's been nice. Everyone's been so friendly and welcoming here.
What about with you? How's it been for you?
It's been really great. I have walked the halls and I have seen a lot of teachers that I previously worked with at Northwest. So it was good to reconnect with them. And then throughout the week, even though the students weren't here, the students were coming in, and I recognized a lot of them from previous years that I had taught them before, and they were very surprised to see me.
And so they're like, "What you doing up here, woman?"
Exactly.
And so here it is with all this transitioning, all of the things that you've already added to the table. What is your teaching style or co-teaching style going to be here at the high school level, working in the departments that you're in?
Just to support the teachers and the students in any way that I can.
Yeah.
Anything they need.
Very good.
Yeah, supporting the students and also connecting with the parents, just making sure that the parents know that their involvement doesn't stop, even though these kids are older and some of them are adults. They still have a very big involvement in their education, and they're their biggest champion. And if they don't understand something, they need to connect with us.
Sure. And I don't think that we can stress that enough. And my daughter, who's over there, she can attest to the fact that I was highly involved in her education. And, she also knew that don't let mama come out there.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you a funny story while I got her up here. Y'all listen. So hold on. Hannah. Hey, Hannah. What grade? Were you in high school when I came to your class?
It's my Spanish class.
Spanish class. Hannah was cutting the food, y'all. And so I got a call, and they're like, Hannah is just talking so much, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't in Spanish, just a talking. And so I said, oh, okay, don't worry, let me handle that. Me and Hannah went to class together. Okay. I sat right up in there. She was so embarrassed. Okay, now listen, I'm not telling y'all to do this, but I know I did it. And that's just how I'm tickling myself with it, because y'all know it's the truth.
Right.
But I sat up right in there and I said, let me tell you something. Don't play with my time. Don't play with their time. And having parents who are really bulldogs like that, as far as in supporting their kids, but also supporting you educators and saying, look now, I want to be able to handle this situation rationally. I know this is my daughter, but being honest parents, I know how she can talk.
Right.
And so here it is. We deal with that, don't we? We deal with that. And so there it is. And so what else do you want to say to the people out there that they may not necessarily know about you, or just something you want to make sure that they know, or any message you would like to give?
I think people at West Lawrence High School have all intentions of doing the right thing by all kids and students. And, if there's ever any doubts or questions, just reach out and ask.
Yes. We know not, because we ask not.
Right. Becoming a new teacher at a new school, I've said a lot this week, I don't know unless I ask.
Right.
Just
right,
ask.
Right.
Ask, and we'll be able to help you. And if we can't help you, we'll get you someone that can.
For sure. And go to the source, and having proper communication with those teachers, with those educators, with the administrators, because that's how not only does this ball get to rolling, but this is when you see the kids really flourishing, when they know that they've got that support at home and in the classroom.
Right. They have less time in education now than they ever had, and they're about to be members of our society.
That's
and
right,
that's
honey.
important.
They're our future. I was about to sing. I love it. Well, congratulations to both of you. We're so thankful for what you've already done, the foundation that has already been laid in what you do in education, and now you're bringing that to West Lawrence High School.
Thank you.
Very good. Glad to have you both with us. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, after this commercial break.
Southeast Medical Group is your home for affordable and convenient health care in Lawrence County. We offer you compassionate care with a comprehensive team approach. With 2 clinics in Lawrence County, we offer a wide range of services, including sick visits, chronic disease management, in-house diagnostics, select screenings, and so much more. To book your next appointment, call 478-272-2599 for our Dublin office or 888-875-4099 for our office in East Dublin. Southeast Medical Group, bringing you state-of-the-art health care right here at home. We are Southeast Medical Group, Dublin and East Dublin.
Start the day. Feed the cows. Milk the cows. Check the tanks. Pet the dog.
Good girl.
Drink the coffee. Start the day. Feed the cows. Milk the cows. Check the tanks. Pet the dog.
Good girl.
Drink the coffee. Bust the chops. Hitch the trailer. Hitch the camper. Hitch the bikes. Pet the dog. Grab the crew. Load the crew. Ride the fields. Ride the trails. The trails. The trails. The trails. Pick the flowers. Sort the flowers. Grab the gear. Ride the bikes. Pop the camper. Throw the stick. Pet the dog. Feed the herd. Love the herd. Cook the dinner. Take the moment. Take the moment. Pet the dog.
Good girl.
Do the work. Have the fun. Get the Pioneer.
Hi, this is Greg at Shamrock Honda Kawasaki. We'd love for you to come check out the great deals that we can give you on our new Honda Pioneer 700s.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, talking with the employees here at West Lawrence High School. Of course, we've got one who's brand new out the gate here. How you doing, darling?
I'm doing good.
Good. And then we got this one here. She's been around for a little while. Good to see you, darling.
Good to see you too.
And you know, it does take all kinds because you've got so many employees who are starting education for the first time, and you've got some that are very seasoned. And so it's nice to have that mix and then have that, you know, camaraderie where you can actually glean from each other. And so we're going to start with you, ma'am. Okay. Share with us here. Give us a little backstory about you. We've done this before. But here we go again.
Yes.
Remind them.
Okay. My name is Denise Wooden. I hail originally from Tallahassee, Florida. I taught in Orlando, Florida for 3 years, and I moved up to Fulton County, Atlanta Public Schools. Then I taught at East Lawrence for a year. Then I taught at Dublin High School and Dublin City Schools for 3 years, and now I'm here at West Lawrence. So I'm really happy, very excited. I'm married to the wonderful Mr. Carlos. He is actually a VSO officer and works at the VA. So if you're a veteran and need those benefits, please go by and see him. Don't tell him I sent you because he's always bombarded. But anyway.
Martin, call her husband.
And we have 4 beautiful children. One is a CPA, a public accountant there in Atlanta, and the other 3 are in Texas. And we have a fur baby called Creed. So he's a Shih Tzu mix. We think he's mixed with goat because he likes to eat everything. But I'm very, very glad to be here.
You know, and we're glad to have you here. You know, you have gone around the way and then you've come back, and we're so glad to have you back here. You know, when you think about your experience, the plethora of experience you have accumulated from working in different capacities, what have you learned about education that you truly try to implement in what you do now?
I think that's a great question. What I've learned is that all students are teachable, and that every student can learn. And it is up to me as an educator and us as educators to ensure that we find the best ways to teach them. And I have learned, because I've taught so many different students in so many different capacities, so many different administrations, I've learned how to quickly identify the best practices and best ways to engage students, but also to connect with them, which is one reason why I do enjoy living in the community that I teach in. I get a chance to not just say, okay, I teach this student at this school, but I get a chance to say, I'm in the community. I see them at the grocery store. I see them in their yards. I'm not following you all anywhere. But, you know, I get a chance to really connect, and that brings a level of trust from the student, because I can't teach a child who does not trust me.
There it is. There it is.
And so that's what I have been able to bring to the table of my educational experience.
Look at that. And now we're going to, I love everything you just said. Now you hear all that, right? She is new. This is her first teaching job ever. So yeah, take those notes right there, because that right there's a stallion. She's a stallion. She's been on the forefront for a while. Good to see you, darling. This is your chance here to talk to us. Tell us all about you, okay?
My name is Maya Hodge. I am originally from Walton County, Georgia. I went to Georgia College. I am teaching Spanish 2. And my experience with Spanish, I grew up speaking Spanish. I would go to Honduras with my family. My mom and dad would let me get on a plane every summer and go to Honduras every 2 months. So I was there for about a year in total, and that's where I got a lot of experience with Spanish. I would teach students in English, how to speak English. So I'm teaching kind of the opposite now. I'm teaching Spanish to English, or English to Spanish, so it's a little bit different.
Kind of parent, wait a minute, how old were you when they sent you on a plane to Honduras?
My first time I went for 3 weeks, I was 12. And then I would go when I was 13, 14, 15. As soon as school was out, I had my bags packed, I was ready to go get on the plane and go. So I'd stay for 2 months, and there was a lot of college students that would go. So I had a really unique experience in that. And
so you truly are a woman of the world, because I remember I had to send my daughter off. She went to Louisiana. I remember I watched her like this, and she was young too. And I was like, call me, text me. I tell the flight, y'all look out for my back. I mean, it was, girl, I was scared. I had to truly pray.
Well, now I have my own daughter. She is 1.5. Her name is Estelle. And I'm like, I don't know that I would ever let her get on a plane and do that.
Estelle, you're going nowhere, honey, without us.
Stay at home, Mom. But yes, she's my my first. So I've been home with her for the past, she's a 1.5 years. So been living in Dublin, met my husband and moved here. So I've been here for 2.5 years, and I love it. And this job opened up, and met with Miss Long, and just was super excited to be here, and just super excited.
You know, this is outstanding here. It really is. And I love your history. I love your background, you know, and the fact that what you're bringing to the table in this Spanish 2 course, honey, you're going to the kids are going to be like this listening to you, because I know you have a wealth of knowledge to share with them.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope that they are interested in it. My passion is for Spanish and professions. That was my major in college. Like for the first day of school, in elementary school, we would read First Day Jitters. So we read that in Spanish with my classes, and they seem super engaged, like just doing that kind of content with them and immersing them in the language, in the culture, anything they want to learn about. I'm just excited to teach it, but in Spanish. So
I love that. I kind of need a tutorial, because I would love to speak Spanish. I'll say hola, baby, and then when someone says something back, I go, no comprende.
Comprende.
No, no, comprende. And so here it is. What are you teaching now here at West Lawrence High School?
I'm teaching Literature 3, which is American literature, to 11th graders.
Oh my gosh, you're going to tear it up.
I certainly hope
You know, when you think about the courses, like how she talked about how that culture has been ingrained within her from as such a young child. So you're in the perfect field for you. And you, literature. Oh my gosh. You already sound like you're ready to, do voiceover work for a book. You know, when you think about your passion for literature and really wanting the kids to really love it, what do you do? What is your style like when you teach?
When I tell you, wow, my style is ensuring that I help students connect with what it is we are reading, but also connect with how we develop the skills necessary to analyze literature well. And what I mean is I let students know that they are already great critical thinkers. In fact, I was telling my students today, I said, you all are already great questioners. You question everything, especially your parents. You may not orally, question your parents, but in your mind, you're questioning them all the time. And so I would like to let students know that the things that we're asking them to do in class, the skills of critical thinking, analysis, evaluation, synthesis, they already do this on a daily basis.
But don't realize it.
Do not realize it. And so we're now learning to call a thing, right? So you've been doing this, so this is how you do it with literature. This is how you do it with words, right?
I would love to take your class. And I don't want to do the work, but I just want to be in there and sit in it from time to time, I love that.
And speaking of sitting in there from time to time, I welcome parents to drop in anytime you want. You don't even have to tell me, you just have to clear it with the front office, but please feel free. I have an open door policy when it comes to parents coming in and seeing how their students and babies are being engaged with the learning, so yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And now here it is, little lady, your teaching style, it's been 2 days. So I don't know if you, I don't know if you just developed a teaching style, but I think that there's a lot of ways that you're learning how to really engage those students, right? So how's it been going?
Well, I will say I came from a family of educators. So my mom and dad are both elementary. My dad is in Gwinnett County. He is 4th grade. And my mom, she just retired, but she was 1st grade for many, many years. So I was always growing up in the classroom. So I've got to watch them a lot. I was after school every day with my teachers. I've seen a lot of great teachers, and so I hope that I can take some notes. And even listening to you, I'm just taking notes. So I'm learning. This has been a great environment to learn, and I'll change it around. See.
She's profound, isn't she?
She is.
Golly. And for you, a family of educators. So when you told your parents, Mom, Dad, I want to be a teacher like you, and I want to teach Spanish, were they even shocked at all?
It's funny because they had always kind of pushed me to go to travel more. They were like, do more and more because, you've always seen us in our classrooms, and with elementary, it's very different from high school. So, they were up there a lot. So they were always kind of pushing me towards traveling a lot. So I want to use those passions that I have to encourage students to go do that. Just because I can't go do it doesn't mean that they can't. So that's kind of,
With you teaching Spanish too, and you teaching literature, you can actually transport your children to wherever it is that you really. You can transport them to whatever you're talking about, and in storytelling and just kind of like talking of the things that you've experienced. It will transport them there. And I love the fact that you two have the passion and you have the energy to do what you do, because it does require going a step above, not just doing things as usual. And I interviewed one set of teachers, educators, and they're like, you don't teach the same way. What worked in the 50s, 60s, and 70s does not work right now. So you're having to be more creative, You have to evolve with the times. All right. Is there anything else that you all would like to add to share with the people out there, to the parents, like she's giving that message to the parents? Anything you'd like to say?
I'm just thankful for your trust, and I'm just excited to have your students, and espero que es un año muy bien, y gracias.
What she said. I ditto that, and two, getting those parents involved. And kids, you're going to be in her class. Spanish too, you should already know Spanish, right?
Yes.
We'll find out. God.
They've done great so far. They've done really great.
I work with them now because they hadn't done anything this summer. I'm telling you right now. And you, anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you very much. Just like my colleague said, thank you for your trust. And I look forward to having a great time here at West Lawrence High School.
And we are excited for it. You know, ladies and gentlemen, these ladies here that you have met today, they're bringing a wealth of knowledge from their different areas. They're bringing a perspective. They're bringing a realization of like, hey, this used to work, but it doesn't work now. How do I evolve what I'm doing from the elementary level to the high school? How do I get English-speaking students to love Spanish and transport them to those places that I visited as a child? And how do I make literature truly come alive?
That's right.
So it's been a pleasure, Miss Denise. You know how I feel about you. Oh, Miss Hodge, Mrs. Hodge. It is such a pleasure. Congratulations on the new assignments that you have been given, because we know that you're going to make us all proud. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have here for Team Lawrence, where we continue to grow great students.